It's not that things are just the way they are. Things are actually just the way you are. They're just the way that you believe you are. Subconscious or unconscious beliefs are just thoughts that you've thought and felt so much that you hold them as true and real. Negative or limiting beliefs mean they no longer serve you. They no longer represent who you desire to be or the reality you desire to create. That's what negative and limiting beliefs mean. Today, on Be Something Wonderful, breaking down beliefs, the truth revealed. I am your host, Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from one of you that said, Tom, I really want to believe in this stuff. I want to believe in my imagination. I really want to believe that I can create my own reality. But sometimes reality just seems, it's just the way it is. It's just the way that things are. And I just wondering, can you comment on that? Well, guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. Here's really what I want to say. It's not that things are just the way they are. Things are actually just the way you are. But more than that, they're just the way that you believe you are, the concept of yourself. Hear this is big. It's not that, I know it's easy to say, yeah, that's just the way reality is. That's just the way things are. No, reality is the way you are, but more importantly, it's the way you believe you are. It's the way you, that concept that you believe of yourself creates it all. Whoa, let's unpack this a little bit more. Remember, that's not a fact. Things aren't just the way they are. That's not a fact. That's a belief about reality and about yourself. And beliefs can change. They're not permanent. They're not even real. They're just what you believe. But that creates reality. That creates your reality, right? There are no facts, just what you believe. So what does it mean? It's just the way things are. What that really means is that's just the way I am. Or more importantly, that's just what I believe about myself and the world, right? This is big. The way things are the way things are because you keep your beliefs about reality in place by reacting and interacting with it as if it is real and unchangeable. Hear this, right? So the things are the way they are, or they seem to be the way they are, permanent, because you keep believing. You keep your beliefs in place. You keep your beliefs in reality by reacting to them, by interacting with that reality as if it's real and separate from you and unchangeable. Wow, that's big. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Subconscious or unconscious beliefs are just thoughts that you've thought and felt so much that you hold them as true and real. Hear this, because some of you wrote to me and said, well, what about subconscious beliefs and limiting beliefs? I can't control those. Those are buried in my subconscious. Those are ruining everything. They're not necessarily ruining everything. They're your beliefs. And when you bring them to your awareness and to consciousness, then you have total control. So subconscious, unconscious beliefs are just thoughts that you have thought and felt. Hear this, thought with feeling so much that you hold them to be true and real, and they're only just beliefs. You believe they are reality. You believe they're unchangeable truths. This is big. So much so that you don't even need to consciously think about them anymore to believe them to be reality, right? You've thought about them so much. They've attracted so many other thoughts and feelings and emotions that they've now been moved to your subconscious, where they automatically create your reality. Hear this, until you bring your awareness to it. Hear this. So it's not that they are hiding out somewhere deep in your subconscious mind, trying to sabotage your life and wreck your reality. And it's not even that you're totally unaware of them, but it's that you consider them to be the truth. So you no longer question them. Hear this. You can be aware of them in the moment you want to be aware of them. You just don't question them anymore. You consider that to be reality. You consider that to be facts, right? That's why they're called limiting beliefs. They narrow your perceptions of infinity or the wholly unlimited. That's why they're called limiting, because they limit the thing that can't be really limited, and that's infinity, or that's all that is. But it limits your perception. It limits what you can see. The reason limiting or false beliefs appear to be hiding is that you're looking for your beliefs as your beliefs. Hear this. When you look and go search for your limiting beliefs, you're looking as those limiting beliefs. You can't see them, right? You're looking at it. Just as we talked about, you're looking for light as the light, you're looking for your beliefs as your beliefs. This is big. You believe that's what reality looks like as you look through the lens of your beliefs. You believe that's what reality looks like. Hear this. As you look through the lens of your beliefs. So you're looking as your beliefs, believing that's true and that is reality, right? This is what happens. Here's a thought. And then that thought attracts other thoughts. And then it attracts emotions to those thoughts. Now you're emotionally invested. That's when it becomes this big belief about reality, about yourself, about everything, right? See that? 1, 2, 3, right? When the conscious thought collects other thoughts and becomes a belief, it becomes automatic and pushed into your subconscious mind, accepted as the truth about who you are and the truth about reality, when really it's just a thought. That's all it started out as, just a puny little thought that collected other thoughts, that collected emotions, became a belief, and that belief became a core belief, and you believed it more, and then it got pushed in your subconscious mind, and now you believe it to be the truth of who you are and what this world's made of. The good news is you don't have to anymore. Remember from Solaris, you don't have to think like that anymore, right? So you believe that it's come to believe that you believe that that's your belief of what is and what is not, right? So that's a core belief. Let's unpack this a little bit more. This is big. What you would call a fact is just a belief that you are projecting through your consciousness and that you consider to be true about reality. Hear this loud and clear. What you would call a fact about reality, an unchangeable fact, is just a belief that you are projecting through your consciousness and that you consider to be true about reality. Wow, that's big. Not only is believing is seeing, right? Not only is that true, which we talked about in our last video, but hear this, it's even bigger than that. Believing is also experiencing, right? In order to experience something in 3D reality, you have to believe it. If you don't believe something, you won't experience it. Hear this, this is big. In other words, what you are experiencing in 3D reality will indicate what you are believing. You want to know what you believe? Look at what you're experiencing. That's what you believe. Wow, that's big, right? Whether something is good or bad is a judgment that you make based on what you believe, and that's how the event will be for you. So when you judge those events, that's what you believe. And then if you say it's a good event, then it's going to be good for you. If you say it's bad, it's going to be bad for you. You create it all. Behind all events, behind all circumstances, conditions, ideas, thoughts, knowledge, facts, whatever you want to call it, are simply beliefs that are only true if you believe them. Behind all of that, none of it is true. Only if you say it's true. The only truth is that you exist and there is universal laws that put order to the universe. Those are the only things that do. Those don't change. You and those universal laws don't change. Everything else changes. The truth of who you are is that you were made in God's image. That's the only truth, that you are one with consciousness. You are one with that only one mind, right? That you're invincible, that you're eternal, that you're forevermore. That's the only truth. When you change your beliefs, you change reality. We've talked about that, right? And so here's a common statement. I have to find and dissolve my limiting beliefs, or things won't change for me. This is what one of you wrote to me. I got to find them. I know that's what's blocking me, right? Or I don't know what my beliefs are. Those two statements are limiting beliefs in themselves. Do you see it? There's no bottom. There's no bottom. You can say I don't know, but that's just a limiting belief, right? You're all knowing. You're all powerful. You're everywhere. You're part of that one mind, part of God, part of all there is. It's impossible not to know, right? That's it. So that's a limiting belief. When you look for them, you create them. That's the other thing, right? You're looking as them. But not only are you looking as them, you're creating them as you look. Here's the paradox upon paradox upon paradox, right? You're not looking at your beliefs, you're looking as them. There's no bottom, right? Instead, here's what you do instead. Look at what you are experiencing, and that will point to what you believe. Wow, that's powerful. But remember, even when you're looking at what you're experiencing, you're looking as what you believe, right? That's why you've got to move to an observer mode and not judge experiences, not react to them, right? Then you can observe them. Then you can determine what the beliefs are behind them. This is big. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Negative or limiting beliefs mean they no longer serve you. This is big here. This is a big statement. They no longer represent who you desire to be or the reality you desire to create. That's what negative and limiting beliefs mean. It doesn't mean that they're negative in the way that you think, right? That they're out to hurt you or sabotage you. That's not what we mean by negative and limiting beliefs. We just mean this, that they no longer represent who you are or who you desire to be or the reality you desire to create. That's why they're called negative or limiting beliefs. It's not because they're negative inherently or limiting inherently. It's because you desire something else. You desire a different reality. Hear this. Why? Because when you believe them, at one time they did serve you. You don't create beliefs to sabotage yourself. That's why when people say, well, I have some sabotaging beliefs, you wouldn't do that. They served you at one time. They just no longer serve you now. Hear this loud and clear, guys. So stop beating yourself up. Stop being so hard on yourself saying, I have these beliefs that are hurting me. You believed them because they served you at one time. You're just making the decision, the choice, the declaration, the assumption now that they no longer serve you and you get to choose again. Wow, that's big. There's no such thing as self-sabotaging beliefs unless you believe that, right? It's crazy to believe you would sabotage yourself, right? All your beliefs that you've had or have were adopted with the positive intent to help you in some way. Hear this. Why would you adopt the belief to hurt you? There's no way, right? Those were to help you at some point. But the reason they're not positive now, or the reason they're viewed negative or limiting, is because they no longer represent who you want to be. They no longer represent who you are. They no longer represent the reality you want to create or adopt or assume, right? All your beliefs, right, that you've had or have were adopted with positive intent to help you in some way. The beliefs you now hold must serve you somehow or have some sort of payoff, or you wouldn't still have them. Hear this, right? So whatever your beliefs are, and you can call them negative or limiting, we've talked about that. All beliefs are limiting by nature, right? But if they no longer serve you, why are you still holding on to them? They must serve you, and there must be some secret payoff or some payoff that the reason why you're still holding on to them. Because if they don't serve you anymore, you can let them go, right? And again, if you say, I don't know, that's a limiting belief. There's no bottom. The question is, what's the secret payoff of holding on to that belief, right? If you've labeled it as negative or limiting, then why are you still holding on to it? There's some sort of payoff, right? So let's uncover this a little bit more. How do we do it? How do we identify them? Well, you simply got to bring it to awareness. You just got to move to that observer mode, right? Instead of reacting to reality, observe it. Then your beliefs will become obvious. Look at what you're experiencing, right? But if you want a little more specifics, you can look at what you would judge normally as a negative experience in your life, right? Any negative experience, what you would judge as a negative experience, and then ask, what must I believe to be experiencing this, right? Or what must I believe to be doing this? If you're taking some actions that you believe are not serving you, right? What must I believe to be feeling this way or having these emotions? If you're having emotions that are negative or that you would label negative, right? Hear this. That's how you get at the beliefs behind them. Are my thoughts, and then you can ask yourself, are those thoughts and beliefs true? The answer is always no. Always no, right? But we're going to defend them. We're going to find a way to be right, right? That's why Abraham Hicks says, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? Right? That's why none of them are true, right? How are they serving? Ask yourself, how are they serving me? What benefit do I get? What's the payoff to continuing to believe this? Right? And here's the idea, guys. You can go through these questions and make up your own, but the idea really is just to bring it all to awareness, to start walking around consciously and aware of your reality. Bring it all to awareness, right? You could simply move to your new reality, to your new identity. Because when you move to a new identity, that new identity has a whole new set of beliefs. And those limiting beliefs that you previously had are no longer relevant to your new identity and your new reality. So there's a shortcut, and that's just moving to that new viewpoint, moving to that new identity, moving to that new parallel reality. That's what we're talking about, guys. That's what breaking down beliefs, the truth revealed. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos, but more important, like and share our channel. Get the word out to your friends, family, and others. Share it on your social media, and that's how we get our word out, guys. Follow us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, at Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin. Visit our website at tomkearin.com or besomethingwonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.